The most important thing is the ability to take the first steps. Do not turn my back on the meaning of life just because I am afraid. It is very difficult to change the world around me, but it is even more difficult to change if I do not consider what is most important to me. 100-year life periods has been attracting attentions, and the way people work and live their lifestyle is changing dramatically. The life course, the path one takes during one's lifetime, each individual is becoming more diverse. The people are often forced to make choices along the way in life without guaranteed employment and income until retirement, changing careers, starting my own businesses, and rerunning the scaling will become a norm. As time changes rapidly, people's lifestyles and ways of thinking become more diversified. More and more people want to take new steps forward in their lives, or want to take a new step forward but do not know what exactly to do. The Life Reboot score is an AI-based score assessment of one's readiness for a second careers and a second life, based on four important life factors: work, money, health, and hobbies. To support a realizations of fulfilling the life and the future. For work, money, health, and hobbies, separate traits. For all of these important elements of life, be honest with myself. Nurtures the seed of hope within. Listen to my heart. It is a matter of continuing to do these things on a daily basis. It is not a big deal, but a series of small steps. If I change my mindset, I can restart my life. Think about what is important to me, what brings me back to life, and what is actually happening in my world. And think sincerely and deeply about how I want to dive into my new life. A reset. Reset is a blank slate, annihilations or liquidations, and a refresh start. But a reboot is different. Reboot means to start over by utilizing the accumulated experience and tacit knowledge and informations dated of the past. It can be compared to restarting the computer, that is still full outdated. After temporary rest strips, the reboot life. Reboot is begins. Reboot life is a new start, a new beginnings that makes the most of our past lives. Resetting my life and wanting to escape the fears that inhibit growth and move forward. Have you ever heard of the word routines? I was somewhat familiar with it myself. This time is I have included several routines. A routine is a series of actions or habits that I regularly perform in my daily life, work, and studies. Inevitably, these things require a series of steps to complete the task. Each time I decided to do one of these steps, I'm using my own power. This power is called willpower. This willpower is consumed at the moment of decision making. Every time I make a decision, I consume the willpower. In order to increase it and prolong the concentration, it is necessary to conserve willpower by reducing the number of decision making opportunities. Willpower can only be restored by sleeping, so it must not be wasted. For this reason, it is important to conserve willpower by making what we do every day as routines as possible, estimated the times, morning of the days, 3 minutes, write today's to-dos, write my schedules. I try to keep track of the day's to-dos and my almost a day notebooks on them. I always have it open on my desk to clarify which one to do. Always looking at my almost daily plans and the routines has changed my life. By decision what to do, life moves clearly. Perhaps I may think it's a hassle to do so much. I may be right. I may not have to go this far, but I can do it. This method can develop through trial and error. Over the past month or so, please refer to it if you like. I have definitely changed the speed of my life by doing this. I only lived once, so in order to lead a fulfilling life, I hope You will try to incorporate the routine into your life. You have identified on spreadsheet and use it for time management. Spreadsheets can be used for work, studies, or any other times that you need to do some things. I try to write it down for each time I work the studies. I'm thinking that I may review this and possibly use almost a day planners in the future to write down my to-do list and schedules. If you are so frightened and worried, why didn't you take the first step? Also, a sleep, pause, rest for rebuilding your life could be called a sabbatical. A sabbatical is a period of life refreshments. Now together let's start a joy for the second life. Rebooted my life. These are pretty amazing. The possibility of using these techniques to help those who are waiting for you with their passions you have and the abilities you possess, write your own obituaries. Idea is that by thinking about how you want people to remember you, you can walk backwards and ask yourself what kind of life you want to lead. What kind of career do I want? What kind of life would that be? What kind of life do I want? And go from here. Once you have that figure out, then you can simply come back from that and get to work. Drawing passion cartoons, draw a manga series about a subject that you are passionate about. The reason it is a cartoon was because when you draw, you use a different part of your brains. If you don't know what your passion is, ask your parents or 5 to 10 close friends. You will soon find out when you are most alive and happy and what that was. This is a mind muscle test for dealing with uncomfortable feelings. It is a training exercise to get your mind used to be as uncomfortable by actually doing some of the followings. Sing in public places while standing in lines. While singing, you pay attention to your feelings and sensations. Go to dinner alone without a book or phone. Ride the elevators and keep your bodies facing straight to the back. You are facing other people's life statements. Just as many organizations and businesses have missions and vision statement, declare your values or reason for living as your missions. What is what you values? What is your purpose in life? What are your qualities and values, regardless of families or workplace? What are the things you actually do? What are you doing these things? This is a difficult but important. It will help me analyze my life and help me simplify future decisions about my life. Experience with reducing my spendings. How much money do I need to live a normal life? Over the course of 4 weeks, I will identify its expenditures I need to make. First, think about how much I spend per month. Amount I spend, not the amount I earned. Withdrawals amount. Next, divided the amount into 4 categories: 40%, 30, 20, 10%, and spend it when each week. 40% of the total as I spend the first week, 30% the second week, and so on. Keep track of my spendings and look carefully at what I did each week, what my habits were, what constraints I had, how my spending patterns changed, how I felt. Find an amount of money that I can live comfortably with. Once I find this amount, I can estimate the cost of rebooting my life. Get into the habit of helping others and recognize what kind of problems I cannot solve. Choose 5 people in different industries from each other who do interesting work. Suggested to my friends is that I'm going to help them solve difficult problems at work for 1 hour. Invitation to farewell parties. You send out the invitation to your life as a reset reservation party to 7 close friends. You set your own deadlines for resigning. This will give you a better understanding of your social accountabilities. Discuss your plans to quit your current jobs and resume into your life. Listen carefully to your friends and advice and reactions.